What is good? What is up? Happy Wednesday. Y'all know what it is. What's good? You guys are so loyal. It's crazy. I fucking love it. I'm so thankful for you guys. Casey, Alyssa, Bear, what is going on? I hope you guys are having the best day ever. TikTok, what is good? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, we are live. You guys know what it is. Another podcast episode. I'm going to jump right into today's epi because I got a lot to do. I'm a busy guy. I got to make sure that all of our clients get served, and we got a bit. Oh, so actually, I'm going to say this on the podcast too, but quickly before I hit the recording, I just want to make sure that everybody is aware. 4 p.m. EST, we have a special announcement, and I'm really excited. Really excited for a number of reasons. 4 p.m. EST, we've been hinting at it for a little bit. So set your calendars, whatever platform that you're on. Excuse me. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I'm fucking amped. Ashley, what is good? Peace sympathizer. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in. Daniel Cavallero, what is going on, brother? So without further ado, we're going to jump right into today's episode in 3, 2, and 1. What is going on, mother truckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your favorite online coach, much better than Danny Cavallero. And in this episode, we're going to be giving you guys a step-by-step blueprint on reducing your anxiety. I think we all agree that sometimes we just need to slow down, and I myself personally have feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed out recently, but I think that stems from a lack of clarity and a lack of planning and understanding where to put your energy, and I wanted to give you guys some simple ways in this episode that I myself navigate through that. So those I was going to say those 3 things, but the simple framework is 3 pillars, okay? We're going to break this down into health, wealth, and relationships. And that's basically what I'm going to be sharing with you guys here today in this episode. Now, I want to be very clear. This is something that I am still working on. I have not perfected it. I do not have all the answers. I am not a doctor, an RD. I'm a coach speaking from experience. Okay. I always like to kick that off, make sure we're on the same page here. Now, do you guys ever feel like you have all these thoughts going on in your head and you're just like kind of really feeling like you need to check off the boxes and do all these things, but like maybe it doesn't really get done? Maybe you keep thinking about it and it's taking up a lot of mental bandwidth in your head day to day, and you feel like you got to get these things done, but for some reason it's just not happening, right? And like you just can't keep up. You're swimming upstream. You're exhausted. You're burned out. You're stressed. You're overwhelmed. And I know. Alyssa says every day, all day. Dude, I freaking feel you. And that's why I'm recording this, because venture to say that if I'm feeling this way, there's probably some other people that are dealing with this too, And I think it's just recognizing that you can resolve it if we're willing to work on it. And that's the purpose of this conversation. Because you could technically be doing all the right things if you're on the live, like I'm putting that in quotations. But it's not a matter of like, well, I need to just work harder. But what if you're doing the wrong things? Better yet, what if you're doing the wrong things improperly? So the flip side of it was, what if we do more of the right things and we get really good at that? Then you could start to max out your time in your day. And my clients recognize that. You guys understand that like proper planning really leads to proper execution. I really do believe that, because if you don't start to plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. That's why every single Monday in our community, we set goals for that reason. Because if you don't take time to reflect and think about, okay, well, what do I want to achieve this week? Where do I want to go? If you're not planning on that, you're leaving it to chance. And if you're leaving it to chance, you're basically saying, I don't really care that much about this. Now, what if you're just constantly planning, but you don't get anything done? And that's what I'm going to give to you here today. So to break that down, we're going to take this a step further. What I said there's 3 pillars. Number 1, health. So you can put that in the comments. You could write it down. We're going to give you guys the 3 pillars that I use, that I got from my coaches. So I'm not going to take full credit for this, but this is what I use every single day. First one, health. We're talking about a step-by-step blueprint and framework to reducing your anxiety, and it's just about planning. So first pillar is health. Now, your health is the most important thing, which is why I have it at number 1. So I am ranking these, I don't want to say in sequential order, but they kind of are. So yes, now health is a couple different things. It's not just working out. It's going for walks. It's doing yoga. It's getting good sleep. It's eating good food. It's maybe tracking your calories, right? I don't know what I just said. Yes, it's about that. It's grocery shopping. It's taking care of you. All of those things under one umbrella. Drinking enough water. I've gotten that a lot, even from my clients sometimes. Sal, I'm struggling to drink water. It's the basic things that sometimes we neglect. So the reason that I'm sharing this with you guys is because if we're able to zoom out and just focus on these three pillars and really try to optimize each one of those and say, okay, I need to be doing this each day. If I just spend a good amount of energy on each one of these pillars each day, what's going to happen? Well, you're probably going to build a habit which is going to lead you to being more successful. Once you get clarity, you start to execute, and that's where things fall into place. So, first one, health. If you don't take care of you, you can't show up. And I've said this so many times, you can't pour from an empty cup, but yet we try and do it every day. We try and grind ourselves into the ground at our jobs and all these other things we're trying to do, but we don't take care of us. We don't get good sleep. We're on our screens late. We're not drinking water. We're not eating good food. We're not moving our bodies. We're not stretching out. We're just neglecting, leaving it to chance, setting yourself up for failure. We don't want that. So how do you fix that? Take the initiative to spend 20, 30 minutes in the morning to work on you, and it could look different every single day. That's okay. Is that making sense so far and landing for some of you guys who are here on the live stream? If it does, just let me know. Drop a yes in the chat. Drop some fire. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And I'm going to touch on the second point here in just a second. If this thing cooperates, okay. Now, furthermore to that point, it can look different every single day. And I think there's a lot of freedom in that. And when I say it could look different, it's foundationally, you understand you need to work on your health. But like all the things I just mentioned, it's not trying to do all of those every single day because that can be overwhelming. It's recognizing in that pillar of health, what do I need to do to move the needle forward for myself every single day? So when you recognize that and you're consciously aware that that needs to be done, then you make the effort, and that's where it starts to snowball. So because honestly, for me, each day does look different. Today is Wednesday. It's a rest day for me. I'm not in the gym today. I don't feel guilty about it at all. I actually look forward to my rest days now, where I used to struggle with that. And on rest days, I like to go for walks. I mean, I do walk every day, but like, I don't know, there's just something about like not having to be at the gym and like walking outside that just kind of feels a little bit different. It does. And then on the weekends, Saturday, I usually do my grocery shopping, and Sundays, I do my meal prep. I know that that's what works for me. So that's what I do. But when I look at the whole week, when I zoom out and I look at the week as a whole, it's not to say that I have to do all these things every single day. It's I'm making a conscious effort each day to do something a little bit different. Rest days, I like to do yoga sometimes too, because I know that if I'm training pretty heavily with the weights throughout the week, I need to take care of my body. I need to make sure I'm getting good sleep. I need to make sure that I'm putting my screens down and I'm not watching Netflix till fucking 12 at night. Right? Next point, number 2, wealth. Say it again. 3-step blueprint process to reducing your anxiety. We're breaking down these frameworks that I myself use and also my mentors. This is where I got it from, okay? So number 1, health. Number 2, wealth, your career, your job, a side hustle, making money, creating projects. The reason I really wanted to spend a couple minutes on this with you guys, because this foundationally is how you're going to feel fulfilled. Because there's a lot of science behind this. And again, I'm not a scientist. I've read books though, and I've listened to things, and this is what I've heard, is that like there's a part of you that really wants to be creative. My girlfriend actually just did a podcast on this. You know, she was talking about like your inner child and all these things. And I really do believe that, like, as humans, like we like to work on like creative projects. We like to feel like we're doing a good job. And what's crazy is that a lot of us may be working these jobs and these careers that we don't really like. And then we're showing up and we're spending so much time doing things we don't like every single day. For me personally, that's not a life to live. And this is, again, just my opinion. I've worked a lot of jobs. I've done a lot of things I don't want to do, which is why when the pandemic happened, I was like, I had some time to reflect. And this is where everything started for me. I was like, I really just want to do something that I care about. Now, that's a rabbit hole of a conversation that we're not going to spend too much time on today, but simply put, 3-step pillar, number 2, wealth. Why is that important? Well, because if you don't have money, you can't do anything. You guys are aware of that. So what I'm saying is if you think of each day with pockets of time, these 3 things, if you're focused on a few hours for each of them every single day, then you're making progress. every single day. And that's going to give you the clarity and the focus that you're moving forward. What is the title of this episode? A step-by-step guide to reducing your anxiety. I told you at the beginning, anxiety comes from a lack of planning, a lack of clarity, I should say, a lack of clarity and a lack of planning. So if you understand, okay, well, I have these 3 pillars. I know what inside of these pillars I need to be doing. If I just start to schedule pockets of time on what I need to be doing for that, then I will figure it out and I will be okay. And that's the whole purpose. Wealth, spending time on your career, getting better, developing your skill sets, making money, it's all very important, right? But the other aspect to it is if you're not taking care of your health, then that's going to negatively impact your career. And that's why all of these are intertwined. And that's going to be the last one. Number 3, your relationships. I'll say it again. Number 3, your relationships. So the 3 pillars: health, wealth, relationships. You have to make time for these every single day. And if you do, and if you learn how to really optimize these roles and be efficient, that's how you start to really, really elevate your life and live to your true potential. Because when you really boil it down and think about it, what else is there? You have your body and your physical health, right? You have your career where you make money, and you have your friends and family. Aside from that, like, what else really is there? You know? Again, I could be wrong, but from my perspective and my experience, that's really all we have. So my thought process is, why not try to max those out every single day? Right? What do you guys think of that? Any feedback? Chat box a little quiet today. You guys are a little quiet. You guys have any thoughts on that? Steph's just dropping fire because she's always here dropping fire. I freaking love it. What do you guys think of that? Can I get some feedback from you before I move to this next segment here? Because I do like to engage with you guys, and I want to make sure that, you know, what you're listening here like makes sense to you and it kind of applies to you. And if you have a thought on that, I'd love to expand on that as well. So let me know. Drop a comment, Tomer, Vincent, Stephanie, Jay. Let me know. What do you guys think of that? Alyssa, Casey, Bear, any thoughts? Because that's how I live my life. I got a call at work and missed all of it. Damn. Well, I'll post the recording for you so you'll be able to catch it later. No worries. No stress. Came late. You guys are late today. It's 5 points. I'm kidding. It'll be posted today. I post them all the time. Love it. So to kind of wrap this up here, this is how I live my life every single day. And I know that each day I need to focus on each one of these pillars in some capacity. You know, so I wake up, I hit the gym, I come back home, I have a good meal, I work on my business, whether that's my team, whether that's my clients. And then I know once I'm done putting in my time with work, I make time for my relationships, whether that's my girlfriend, my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sister, friends. Just a simple thing, because what's crazy is that we have a lot of people in our lives, you know, and it's like individually there's your own relationship with every single person in your life. So this actually is probably one of the biggest pieces that I wanted to share with you guys here today. And I forgot my pen, so now I'm here. When you think about that, there's a lot of people in your life who care about you, and you have an individual, unique relationship with every single one of them. And then the only way that those relationships are going to flourish is if you nurture them. And the way that you can nurture them is taking the initiative to think about them, to communicate with them, to reach out to them, to tell them you love them, you care about them, you're thinking of them. You'd be surprised. I actually got that. Like every single day, he said he wakes up and he just texts 3 people that he was thinking about or that he wants to keep a relationship with. Just says, hey, I'm thinking of you. I hope you have a great day. Chat soon. That's it. That's it. Something that could literally take you 30 seconds. You could copy and paste the message and change the name. Just send it to him. And recently, I've been doing that. You know, just reaching out to people. Hey, you know, I just want you to know, like, I care about you. Hope you have a great day. Chat soon. That's it. When I drive, I like to send voice notes. So I just like to paint that vision for you guys, because I think a lot of times we get stressed out, anxious, overwhelmed with all these things we need to check off our to-do list. But like, what if we could really simplify that and make sure that we're enjoying every single day to its complete capacity? And that's why I feel like these 3 pillars right here will allow you to do that. And inside of those 3 pillars, when you start to unpack what you need to be doing, it becomes a simple game of, okay, I'm aware of this thought. Let me go and execute on that. And it's it. And then when you do that, you feel good, you feel rewarded, you feel fulfilled. Because then we circle back for your relationships. Maybe that friend or that family member is like, you know what? Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Like, I really care about you too. And this was really good to connect, you know? Second point, with your wealth, maybe you're very intentional with your job and your boss notices that. Maybe you get a promotion or a raise, right? Or maybe you start the side hustle and you feel really fulfilled about that because maybe you don't love your day job and you start to podcast on the side, right? And you start to do that and that fills you up and it has you feeling really good. And then what if you put the cherry on top and every single morning you wake up and you go for walks and you hit the gym and you choose good food and you get good sleep and you drink a lot of water? What if you were able to do all of that every single day? And what's crazy is that you can, that nothing is holding you back from doing that. A lot of times we just get lost in the day to day and it becomes habitual. So it's just about catching yourself in those moments and trying to really rewire the way that you are thinking about it. And that was my goal and my intent with this episode. And I hope that it was able to do that for you. So with that being said, that's all I got for you guys here today. Thank you again for spending a few minutes with me. I hope you got some value from this episode. If you did, let me know. Leave us a rating. I'm really going to try and push that a little more frequently with the ratings. I do want to grow some ratings on this podcast, and I would really appreciate it if you just leave your honest thoughts. 5 stars would be cool, but if you want to give 4, that's cool too. whatever suits well for you. But again, 4 p.m. as I'm recording this Eastern Standard Time, we'll be giving the huge announcement, and I'm really excited. So I'm out of here. Hope you guys have the best day of your entire lives. Peace, love, and protein. We'll see you in the next episode. Let's freaking get it. Boom. That's it. What'd you guys think? Was that helpful? Was that valuable? I hit the nail on the head. Stephanie and Casey, I know you guys were late for that. But Bear, I think you were here for the whole time. Ashley, I think you were here for the whole time. Let me know if that was helpful for you guys. That it's because this is technically not fitness related. And I feel like so much of my podcast is very lose weight, do this cardio, do this and that. But honestly, if you're, because that's what I've been recently noticing is that I'm starting to, within the last few months, I put such an emphasis on my health and my wealth, but I started to neglect my relationships. So it's about trying to find that balance in every single aspect. And it doesn't take a lot. I really think we psych ourselves out thinking that it has to be this tremendous feat. But like I said, if you just wake up and you're super intentional with the first couple hours of your day, let me go. I am on my phone walking all the time. So if I'm on my phone, I know I could take 30 fucking seconds to copy and paste the message and send it to 3 friends that I'm thinking about. Then I could call my mom for 10 minutes, call my girlfriend for 10 minutes, go check in with my team, and then that's it. Doesn't have to be that complicated. So hope you guys got something from that. I need to go eat and have a call coming up soon. So hope you guys got something from that. Thank you. Have the best day ever. Talk soon.